Drink one. Like and subscribe. This is the Nightly Fix. It's a brand new week. The Nightly Fix is powered by Foolish Club Media. Please head to our YouTube channel, like and subscribe. Head to our Twitter page, like and subscribe. If you do not do so,
what's going to happen? What's going to happen?
I'm going to take away your tetherball pole that I know you have in the backyard. I'm going to have to be the one to take that from you, and I'm not just taking the ball. I'm taking the whole ball, the whole pole up out of the ground.
You're going to take the whole pole out of the ground. You're going to take the, but it's concrete. It's cemented in there.
It's all right. I'm going to get it out.
Are you talking to the listeners or who just has tetherball poles in their backyards?
There are people who listen to. I have done a study. A lot of our viewers and listeners are tetherball owners.
That's the problem. That's the problem with the youth of today. They don't have, leisurely sports like that back in the day. Like we did back in the day. We had tetherball.
Greg Johnson had it in his backyard. Shout out to Greg Johnson.
Remember playing badminton? I played badminton. I don't know how to play badminton now, but I know I played it when I was a kid.
Yeah, I'm glad the way you said it that final time. The other time you really enunciated the hell out of it.
Badminton.
I think it's just played like racquetball or like tennis.
Badminton.
I know there's a little birdie, right? There's a little birdie.
Yes,
it goes
there
in
is.
and it's kind of.
So you just
down.
Is Ron just running these pajamas every night now? Is that what we're doing?
First off, if you have just in any way cared about me visually or even looked at me, I've not worn these every night. I've maybe worn them one other time. But yeah, damn it, I get to be comfortable. All right.
Hey, we're home. You know what I'm saying? We're here.
Right. I got my feet up.
Y'all lucky I got pants on. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro.
You ain't got no damn
y'all real
pants
lucky
on.
I'm
gonna tell you right now, my pants match.
Oh, look at them.
Shorts.
Look at them. Look at them. He's ready for bed.
I'm wearing basketball shorts.
What kind? Sonics? What basketball?
They're
shorts?
Just whatever like the Target brand is.
I want to
Target athletic apparel section. They were on sale.
I brought up Greg Johnson. I want to make an apology to Greg Johnson. I think potentially in the
you take down his tetherball pole.
No, but
a subscriber.
I think I may have taken down his actual dreams. Probably like in the fourth or fifth grade, man. I really feel bad about it. I wasn't alone in this. I won't state others' names. Brandon Cobb, LeBron Hart, the others. But Greg Johnson was a really, really good soccer player. I mean, a really good soccer player, and I think in part we bullied him out of playing soccer. I think we in a way made fun of him so much for playing soccer. Like, why aren't you playing basketball? Why aren't you playing football? Why aren't you playing baseball? And he was really good at it, man. He was really good. And I don't know. And at some point, he just quit playing and stopped playing and started playing the other sports with us. And Greg Johnson may have had a chance at soccer, but we really, and I don't feel great about that at this point in time in my life, but we really made him feel bad. And really one of the tactics we used was, are you really going to play that white guy sport? And I don't feel great about it. I really don't. And he could have been really good. He really could have been.
I like how you think you have the power, like to really irk somebody to the point where they're just like, I'm going to quit my dreams. You know what I mean?
I think Greg did.
You roasted him so bad that he was just like, no, I can't fucking play soccer anymore. Although I've been doing it since I was 6.
No,
like, fucking middle school are making fun of me.
It wasn't middle yet, but I mean, it was maybe it was around 6. You're right. Maybe it was around 6th grade when Greg quit. I do peer pressure. Like I think there's peer pressure. Like whoever, if there's somebody, I'm sure there's somebody out there that got peer pressure to stop doing stuff on the stage because their friends or some guys that were around him were for making them feel terrible about it, and they did it. And I feel like we did that to Greg, and I do
Sir,
want to apologize to Greg Johnson.
if
And-
you're willing to let go of your dreams because of a sixth grader, that is what I call a brittle spirit. You weren't meant to
Yeah.
do it in the first place.
No,
And
I mean,
they
you
just didn't
you
love
weren't meant to do
it. They
You
just
just-
weren't about it.
No, I mean, you come on, man. You've seen that. I know it's happened. I apologize, man. Greg could have been one of the greats. He was really good. We just laughed at him. He played soccer. And he went so far as to get the basketball goal in his yard. Dude, that was, and he had that tetherball. He was a guy that played soccer and had a tetherball pole lined up in his backyard.
Yeah, I know that type. Those kids are always playing tetherball. You know what I mean?
It's a good dude,
I
man.
did. I put an extra basketball goal next to my trampoline when I was younger, so we could play slam ball.
I used to do
Ooh, look
that.
at that.
That shit was fun.
He used to wear them. What are those? Those soccer shoes? What were those called? They started with the U.
Umbros.
Yeah. I used to make fun of him for that. I don't.
And now
I don't look.
they're fashionable. Fucking 50 years too late.
I don't even remember what those are.
I feel bad about it. I've been before we started, I was checking out ESPN. They've been running The Last Dance, and I know you don't. Last Dance, Osita, is that Michael Jordan?
Who danced? What is it like? Save the Last Dance or like
No,
is it like a dancing competition or like?
I was gonna say great movie, but I feel like that's strong. But it was a very interesting movie for me to watch with Julia Stiles and
Yeah.
Sean Williams.
She went
Sean Patrick.
That
That was a and
It's not good.
and who-
I
and
saw it
who-
in theaters.
You
and
saw
who
it in
knew-
theaters? Jesus
who
Christ.
and
Yes,
who
my
knew?
si-
Oh,
my
back then I could see
sisters-
that.
My sisters love Julia Stiles after 10 Things I Hate About You.
I
had to
could
see it
see
with
I
them.
could see
Yeah.
Steph. I could see Steph really being into Julia Stiles in that movie. But that sneaky. Did we know Kerry Washington was going to be the number one star to come out of that film? Or there are so many. I love doing that. Watching movies and to think of who is thought to have been the star.
Yeah.
And then actually to look at and see who the number one star is, like House Party. Who knew Martin Lawrence was going to waltz out of that bad boy? And clearly, and he was the DJ that people really nobody respected. And he
Yeah.
rolled through that sucker as the number one star. I think
Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle and Nutty Professor.
Yes, who knew? Well, I
You
don't
know?
know.
And
Has Dave?
And
Eddie
Murphy was.
I was going to say, is Dave a bigger? I was going to say, is Dave a bigger star than Eddie Murphy? I think we could go with a different movie.
No, okay,
I
no,
know.
okay. Dave
Hold
Chappelle
on, real quick. Eddie's bigger than Dave Chappelle, right?
In
Yes.
movies, yes, but in comedy,
No, not just. I'm talking about overall. Like overall, just in his stature, in
For sure.
he's
Yeah,
big.
just-
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, I
Yes.
mean.
Dave's
just
pretty
stand
big, though.
up And
Dave's
but
pretty big though.
Axel Foley is like an iconic character.
His character in Con Air was, I mean,
yeah, I was gonna say Con Air. Yeah,
Yeah, but he's not bigger than Nicolas Cage. Like, there's. He's
Nick
bigger
Cage
than.
fell off, and he's like getting back there.
He's
you know?
he's bigger than John Malkovich. Like,
John Malkovich
To who?
is pretty big, man.
To who?
Not
he's bigger than
white women.
Steve Buscemi.
I don't know, man. Not after Steve did that one HBO show. I'm telling you, man. Steve really
Boardwalk Empire.
Yes, he really shut up the charts. But no, I'm watching The Last Dance, the Michael Jordan doc, 10-part doc. And I don't know, you don't remember this, Osita, as much. But Serda, do you remember how much we cleaned? And I'm saying we, people in our industry, because we weren't working together at the time, cleaned. I don't know if you all did this, but cleaned to that content. That was in the middle of the pandemic.
Yeah, it was COVID.
And during COVID,
There was
and,
no sports.
there was no
Everybody was
sports.
watching The Last Dance. Like, it was the only thing that was on TV.
And Osita, we're breaking like every sports show in America for like the whole 10-day or however long that was released, breaking down The Last Dance. I mean, that was almost a half the show. Like, I mean, it was just
There was no sports to talk about. So think about trying to do like sports radio at the time. Like,
Oh, I
we had
died like
nothing to talk about, so we would do entire segments multiple times a show on
do
The
you
Last Dance.
remember? It was The Last Dance, and then what was the match play? It was like Tiger and was it Tiger and Brady? It was somebody and then Phil and
Yeah,
it was like that.
wasn't Mahomes in that?
Mahomes and Kelsey did one, but I think the very first one right during the pandemic where we all acted like, oh my God, have mercy, give us something, feed us something. And it was like, it was Tiger and maybe it's Tiger and Peyton or maybe it was Tiger and Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning and Phil Mickelson. But whatever it is, we clung to that like it was it was the finals, Osita. I mean, we're in there. I remember I'm here trying. All right, I got four topics out of this thing. We're gonna really stretch this because other than that, boy, we just talking about whatever bullshit that was there to be talked about, which is also fun to do. Shout out to The Last Dance out there.
Shout out to The Last Dance. We realized Michael Jordan was really an asshole.
I mean, a real asshole.
Like, for real. You ever hear that story about him and Chameleonaire, the rapper?
No, I never knew there was a Michael Jordan Chameleonaire story.
So Chameleonaire, Houston.
How real is this?
It's a real story. So Chameleonaire goes to a charity auction that Michael Jordan is attending, and he buys like an autographed Michael Jordan jersey that night for a shit ton of money. Obviously, he made his money rapping, but he also flipped his money when he invested in Uber and Lyft and like a bunch of other shit. So he's like a millionaire now, right? Trimillionaire. So he goes to this auction, whatever, buys the jersey, and he sees Michael Jordan there, and he's like, man, I really want to take a picture of Michael Jordan. Like, I just, spent all this money on this jersey. I figured, I might as well get a picture, with him. So he goes up to Michael and he's like, hey man, I don't want to interrupt your conversation, but like, is it all right if I get a picture with you? And Michael just looks at him and goes, I don't take pictures with niggas, and then walks away.
Michael didn't say that.
I swear. Hey, that's what Chameleonaire said. Why would Chameleonaire lie?
This is Republicans. This is Republicans buy shoes too, guy. I just don't believe Mike's got I just don't think that's Mike. I think he might have said, I don't take pictures. I don't know if that'd have been a dismount. I question what Chameleonaire's saying. Is anybody else there? Was anybody else there? I feel like that would be a bigger story than I would.
And I don't think it would shock me, honestly.
Right?
I don't think Michael Jordan thinks of himself like in the same category as most people. Like, he's been that rich for that long. Like, he is 100% in the like top 0.01% of people, and I think that he knows it and buys into it.
You think so? You think Mike's a bad guy?
Yes.
And it's quoted. It is quoted. It is quoted on Sports Illustrated, boy. It's quoted. Quoted.
He said, "You pay $15,000 right now for a jersey from me, and I'll take the picture with you." That man. I mean, you came out without even thinking. You think that Mike's an asshole. You got Mike said you think's a bad person.
Yeah,
I believe that's what you said.
Bad person. He's not a good person.
Maybe Chameleonaire call him. Maybe Chameleonaire call him on a bad day.
Stop making excuses for people.
I just don't think he's friendly. Like, I mean, we're not.
Maybe that. No, I'm sorry.
This isn't Space Jam Michael anymore. Like, we don't have to pretend like like he's our hero or something.
Listen, he may be an ass. That may be him. I know he's a competitive dickhead, and I know what he did to Scott Burrell was just and what he did to Steve Kerr. If I'm Steve Kerr, I'd never forgive him. For punching me out during practice. Fuck you. You know who I am? Shit, I won more championships than your ass. Don't come at me. I would never forgive him. Obviously, Steve Kerr won him in a different light, but I'd never forgive him. Shit, as much as Steve Kerr's had to deal with his father, hell no. You ain't gonna punch me in the middle of fucking practice just because you're mad.
What's his son's name?
Who?
Steve
Kerr. I don't know his son's name. I just said everything he's had to deal with his father. His father was murdered. Anyway.
So is Michael Jordan's dad.
Yep, they have that in common. And so you're punching myself.
Sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know why I laughed.
I don't either. I don't listen. Like I said, he may be a dick, but I will say, first off, Serda, if you, which you probably will continue to grow more famous, like Serda, you're people are gonna think you're a dickhead too because you don't like people, and they may catch you on a bad day, which I think for you, when it comes to people walking up to you and just saying stuff to you, I think that could be, every third day that you could give a tough response. Like I do, like I believe if Serda had to be walked up to people taking pictures, signing autographs, I think people would think Steven Serda was an asshole too, because I think Serda would have one of those moments. Osita, I think we all would. I think we would all have one of those moments.
Time out, because you just said I think you would. You didn't say that I'm going to get more famous like you just told Steven he's going to get more famous. You just told Steven he's going to get more famous.
Definitely.
Why am I not going to get more famous?
You definitely are going to
get famous.
You're definitely going to get more famous. I mean,
I want to get famous.
You're probably going to get more famous than Steve. But I mean, still within it, I think you guys probably would be equally famous. But I think you guys would be just a cut ahead. But I think you guys would have bad days. Serda would have a lot. Serda of all three of us would have more bad. That's not true.
If anybody watching this ever wants to take a photo with me in the street, feel free. Scream out "Big O," and I'll be right there, ready to take a photo. Let's go.
Right now.
I don't even disagree with it. Like, I don't like it. I don't like it when I get recognized, like, not even for anything that I've done, like, professionally. I don't like it when I get recognized, like, I just see somebody that I knew, like, 15 years ago, and they see me out. I'm like, oh, Steven, nice to see you. Like,
you're like, shit.
I'm just like, oh.
What is wrong with you,
man? How you doing? Yeah.
There's nothing wrong.
I just don't like it. I just don't.
But you just said
guy. Not a hey, how you been? How you been, man? What are you up to? Like, you married, you got kids? What's the life like? Like,
how come that can't be Mike? Because you came right out the gate and just said you think Mike's a bad person because he's been rich for a long time and does things. Maybe Mike just may not want to be bothered.
But I think Michael would 100%.
And you're not a bad person.
I think Michael would like put lives at risk for profit.
Capitalism, baby.
Yeah, like it's not the same thing.
He said I think Michael 100%. He said he 100% would put lives at risk for profit. Dude, yeah.
He would. I don't think he would tell his guy. All right, take him out. Take him out.
Hey,
like I don't think he's saying take his bodyguard or the guy who wants him. Take his ass out. Take him out. No, not just get him away from me. I want him done. I want him dead. No, I don't handle it. Good God, man.
I just don't like being caught off guard. Like, it's different when I know I gotta go somewhere and talk to people, but when I'm just like
I know it
trying to do things, like I just want to get in and get out. Like, I don't want to stop and deal with that extra stuff.
And again, that's Mike's daily life. And I'm telling you, if you were
stop making excuses for that, man. You don't even know that man. You don't know that man.
I'm saying again, I have moved the conversation on to both of you. I'm just saying, you guys gonna have bad days. Like he may have, like George Brett, a legend in Kansas City, is widely known as of an asshole, and I think George probably is because I've probably sort of heard 28 stories of him having a bad day. And so once you get over a certain level of having a bad day because you've had poor interaction with people, then that's probably you. And I think every once in a while, Osita, you did like, I feel like Osita, if you was eating if you was eating dinner with your family or somebody, and somebody waltzed up to you and tried to get that picture, or if you was trying to take a piss and somebody's trying to talk to you about, I think there could be a day in which you have had it, and you're like, hey man, come on, man, let me eat with my family. Let me
telling
just
me
hold
you don't have conversation with strangers in the bathroom?
I'm telling you, there are going to. No, I don't. I don't. I do.
I mean, I do that, but it's got to be
I
at the
don't like.
bar, like after
I
I've
don't
had a
like.
couple or
I
something.
don't like. I don't like. I
Bro,
don't like it when people start talking to me while I'm
in
taking
a
a piss.
stall. If I'm in a stall, what's the one? The stall is the stall the toilet, or is the stall the one that you stand up in?
Stall is the one you stand up in.
Okay, what's the other one?
The urinal is the one
The urinal is the one you stand up in. The stall.
Yeah.
If I'm in a stall and I'm taking a shit, and there's somebody next to me taking a shit, we're having conversation. I don't know about y'all, but we're having convo.
You are an evil psychopath.
We are a foot away from each other.
No.
We're a foot away from each other. I'm not supposed to ask you how your day's going.
No, I can go the other way.
I like those. What size are those? Where'd you get them from?
I think that's fucking insane. You can.
You're
at the urinal standing up. I don't even want to talk to you, but I can see that. If we in here taking shits, man, I'm not talking to your strange ass. First, I don't even know what you look like. I'm not talking to you. I'm in here trying to take a shit and let's get up out of here.
Hey, I've had some funny conversations while in the stall, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Especially, like, I'll be honest with you. I'm not like outside of work. I'm not a big let's go on the road and take these road shits. Like I'm not a big proponent of that. Like you ain't gonna catch me in no bar taking no shit unless I have just reached a point of there is nowhere else to go and I got to do this. But if I'm at a goddamn Cheddar's, or if I'm at some sort of a restaurant, or if I'm at a Margaritas and I got to go take a shit, I certainly don't want the son of a bitch coming up here next to me talking about, hey man, nice shoes, man. What do you do? No, man, leave me the hell alone, man.
I don't want to have a conversation like that. Like, I got to be in a bar, like have a couple of drinks in me or something.
But it's okay
to.
There is no way.
One-liner it, like crack a couple of jokes.
That's what I'm saying. Crack a joke
in the bathroom.
Crack a joke.
I don't want to have a full conversation.
Like if someone rips a crazy, like rips ass like crazy, I'm laughing. And if you don't laugh with me in the stall next to me, you're weird.
You go ahead and laugh. Don't talk to me.
You're weird.
Serda, you're full of shit. There is no possible way that you could be.
What is that, broccoli after they fart? You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, dude.
That's very strange. Serda, there's no way you can operate the way that you said you've operated around people and be good with somebody giving you one-liners in a toilet stool or stall while you're taking a shit. There's no way.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing. Like if I was in the bathroom at a grocery store, it would be different. But like in the bathroom at like a bar, if I've had a couple of drinks, then I'm more liable to actually be social and like lean into it.
On the toilet. You want to talk to people through the stall, through the wall on the toilet, Steve. There is nothing about your presence.
But if somebody said something that was funny, I would probably react to it.
I would not answer you, Osita. I would not answer you.
I like how I've just kind of hijacked this entire thing.
I wouldn't. I'm just saying, I would not answer you. You're a fucking psychopath.
What if I went Red Robin? You're not going to go yum?
No.
Oh, come on, dude.
No, I'm going to think you're a strange individual.
Soulless.
No, go take your shit, and then you can Red Robin when we get up out of there. I'll do the Red Robin with you at the sink, but I'll make sure you wash your hands. I do all of that. We on them toilets, like, let's just chill. All right, man. Don't. Yeah, man. I ain't that's strange, man. Like, no, man. Don't be doing that. Mike wouldn't do that. Michael Jordan's a good dude. He wouldn't talk to you during the stall. Now he probably wouldn't use your stall, but I mean he
probably would not use the same bathroom as nobody, bro.
Your stall. By the way, I will say, must have been them shoes. Damn it, Tyrese Halliburton.
Told you.
Damn, man.
It's a conspiracy.
Oh my god, dude, that is a damn shame, man. I felt, honest to God, in a way, like at first, initially, I felt really bad for him. I mean, you could see it pop and roll through. And like we always, like, by the way, again, We just make sure we have that out there on that discussion. This is clear. This is clearly one of those this old calf strain injury. This ain't in the designation of yeah, man. He's not going to do anything worse to it, right? Usually that's kind of the deal of like, all right, man, this guy's hurt, but it's really about pain threshold. There's not anything further you can do about it. No, you can really rip this shit up. All right. I mean, he was what? I mean, 3+ quarters away from getting through his offseason to just going through this thing with rest and getting through it. And maybe even win it because he started off hot. 3 for 4. He had 9 points, made his first 3 threes in 7 minutes. And then that thing just popped like a rubber band. And my man's on the ground in tears rolling through it. And I mean,
let me guess, was it his Achilles?
Oh, it's popped. Yeah, it's ruptured. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
yeah.
Look at that. What do you know? Osita's right again.
No, you're not right, Osita. It's not the damn shoes.
It's the fucking shoes.
It's
well, shoes.
what makes this worse, Osita, is that it's essentially the exact same thing that happened to Kevin Durant, where Kevin Durant tried to play through a calf injury in an NBA finals because it was the finals. And they were like, oh, he could hurt the calf more, but like the Achilles will probably be fine. It won't be that big of a deal.
I'm gonna be honest, sir. I don't think this is what occurred here. I think they were all well aware that this was a possibility. I think,
it's
like we knew.
It's like the exact same thing. Like Kevin Durant tore his Achilles in that NBA finals, and then Tyrese Haliburton tears his Achilles, like playing through a calf injury.
I felt bad for him. It's not the shoes. I felt bad for him, but then but honest to God, all I could think about is Osita. Every time they kept showing those pink shoes, is Osita's thinking where's the technology that these Pumas failed him. I don't
Bro,
man.
Look, I come from a science background. When you see a large amount, no, seriously, when you see a large amount of things happen to a small sample size, like there's been a crazy amount of Achilles injuries within the past, like, I don't know, like 12 months or something like that. So
no, they've had three players have ended in the playoffs, and Tatum obviously did it
with Achilles injuries,
and not Kawhi Leonard, but Damian Lillard also.
It can't just be like a stress on the body thing, because they've been playing basketball for how many years, and this hasn't been like a huge problem up until within the past couple. Like
it's not. No, they have put a lot of stress on their body. No, I'm with you on the. There's something that potentially something's going on. I don't think it's the damn shoes. I think there's maybe something else. Just like I don't think it's. I don't think it's
10 years from now.
It's just like I don't think it's baseball players' gloves that's the problem with Tommy John.
The Jimmy John surgery.
The way I saw it explained is it's basketball players specifically with Achilles. It's how those guys work out the way they work out, and like the stress on that particular part of their body makes them more prone to just those kinds of injuries. And it's just been a freak coincidence that it's happened to like 3-star players this postseason.
Well, I think the honest guy, and you brought this up, Serda, the old calf strain thing, I think needs to be treated as it needs to be treated very, very seriously. And second is that now just becoming I have a UCL discomfort? Like, are we reaching to the point where you hit a calf strain and it's just like it's going to go at any moment? Like it's just going to go at some point? Or really does it say, all right, calf strain, rest, or is this becoming a precursor to an Achilles tear? Like not just like, even if you rest it, like it is when you get the calf strain like that sucker's going to tear. Because he went through all of game 6, even though he only played 24 minutes because they beat the hell out of him. But he went through all of game 6, and he was making cuts and moves. He was making cuts in that first 7 minutes that he was out there before that happened, until pop. And that thing was gone. By the way, I will say I felt bad for him at first, and then I started not to.
And I'm the bad person. That's
and,
crazy.
and let me, and not that I didn't start not to, but it is he is garnered, like, this is going to make him a really even bigger star. And this is going to make him a sympathetic figure. This is like whenever he comes back.
While he has to sit out all of next season.
No, he has to set all of next season. But when he comes back, like Tyrese Halliburton is going to be thought of as a warrior. Oh, he came out in game 7 and he went for his team. And that photo right there, that look, that is ingrained in people's, that him. And then they panned it over to his father, who start going to games again. And he's got his hand in his head. He is not going to, he's going to be viewed as a standing ovation. Let's pull for him. Like whenever he comes back, for some reason, I don't get the same feeling people felt this way about Jason Tatum. But for some reason with Halliburton, this has made him, this has created, to me, we talk about it with stories and something that this has created a extra, I feel something for him factor. Right? Like, honest to God, out of the NBA Finals, do you think this was bigger than, this situation was bigger than OKC winning the championship? Like him going down with this injury. What do you remember more from the game? What do you remember more from that game? Him going down or OKC winning the championship? I don't remember anything else happening in the game.
It's probably going to be.
It's
probably going to be one of.
I knew I was watching y'all mouths. I knew y'all was going to.
It's probably going to be one of those things where, like, down the line, people are going to say that the only reason that OKC won was because Halliburton got injured and shit.
Or it's at least going to be questioned.
Yeah, it's at least going to be questioned. Kind of like when people are like the Rockets won 94 and 95, but did they really? Because Michael Jordan wasn't there. Whatever the fuck.
Yeah, Michael Jordan lost in the Eastern Conference Finals to the Orlando Magic in the second championship that the Rockets won. I always love that. Jordan wasn't there. He played. They lost. They lost to
Michael Jordan.
They lost to Shaq and Penny.
He came back like midway through the season.
He was there. Okay, we got people not counting a championship for LeBron, and now I don't really count, man. He only played 40 games. Yeah, he was well rested, and he wore that different number. No, they came back. Yeah, he was alive and in there. There could have been a Houston Rockets Bulls series. The Bulls didn't make it. Anyhow, didn't mean to go into that.
No, it's fine. Space. It's fine. But I mean, y'all see exactly what I'm saying. Like, it's going to be hindsight 2020 kind of shit. But I feel like
it's the biggest moment to me from the series.
It is, but like I was having a conversation with somebody this weekend about like ring culture. Like I feel like, and like we've all talked about, like ring culture kind of sucks. Like you're not great unless you won a ring type shit. I mean, it's cool that he's going to get this whole underdog and like a lot of love from people and stuff like that. But unless he really wins something, then like, what is it even for?
I mean, but I think this will make this kind of shit will make him money and will make him interested. I'm just saying right now, who is the best player in the series?
TJ.
SGA.
I mean, SGA.
Yeah, we'll have to get on TJ McConnell. He became unstoppable again. I did it. TJ McConnell's play has made me question my belief in the Oklahoma City Thunder as a great defensive team when they just cannot stop his ass. Doesn't matter who it is.
Hey, you can't stop the sprightly white dude. You know what I'm saying? Like he's everywhere. You don't really know where he's gonna go. He's just doing shit.
All season, he didn't just take over quarters the way he did in every game. It seemed like against OKC. I cannot explain it. I don't understand it, and it makes me question this vaunted defense that OKC has. But SGA is the best player. But who do you believe has a more emotional investment in him from NBA fans? Halliburton or SGA? And I think Halliburton. It is a wild deal. So damn. Tyrese, when did he come back? 2 years?
Yeah, it's gonna be 2027 probably.
Damn it, man. We're gonna miss him and John. What are the Pacers gonna do? Suck. What are the Pacers gonna do? I mean, just tell me. Well. You think KD and his people are assholes for releasing and making the decision to go ahead and make that breaking the news of that trade the morning of Game 7 of the finals? Do you think KD's an asshole for that? Because I mean, I think there's an argument that the KD to the Rockets trade is at least 1A or 1B to the Oklahoma City Thunder won Game 7. They won a championship. I feel like KD's trade is at least almost, I mean, right there or even with the situation. I almost like they could have waited a day.
I mean, was it that big of a deal to the rest of the world? Like, it was a big deal to me because I mean, I'm from Houston, so like, I was like, okay, cool, this is sick.
It was the number one sports story for like hours. And really even today, like, yeah, they're talking about, you know, the Thunder winning, but it is Kevin Durant is like the huge story. And you know, like on Super Bowl Sunday, many teams it's just kind of understood that hey guys, Super Bowl, let's go ahead and let's not have anything crazy jumping out here, man. Let's not have any crazy retirements here. Let's not let's not have any news. Let's make the focus completely be on the game. And like I got no problem with it. Hell, it made my content. But I mean, I just looked at it, I said, damn man, KD and Rich Kleiman, they couldn't have waited for this shit tomorrow. They could have waited. They could have waited a day. They could have waited.
Hey.
Waited to splash this thing.
Hey, I mean, it was good news. I mean, it was good news. It was fun for everybody, you know.
But we see this in sports a lot too, because yeah, they knew this was going to be a big NBA day, and they wanted this, and now you head into the off season and stuff, and so it's like it's just not going to be in 2 weeks. Kevin Durant going to Houston, it's just not going to be that big of a deal, and so they wanted as much PR for it as possible. Like it will be to
I
I mean, it
disagree.
will be to
Anytime.
NBA fans, but yesterday, people who don't even who aren't even locked into the NBA, it was the most watched NBA Finals game in 6 years because it was a game seven. I think some of that, it was a game seven between two teams that were small market teams, and everybody was fearful. Nobody was going to give a shit about the finals. But then also that KD thing happening that day and being such a big deal, I think that helped.
Well, I don't think anybody gave a shit about the finals, judging by the ratings for the first 6 ball games of it. Nobody gave a shit about it, and I just don't know that this helped it. To me, you could have I disagree with you on that, sir. I think any day that KD gets traded, any day that Giannis gets traded, it is going to be the biggest because they're going up against fucking baseball. It's going to and if something doesn't happen to Caitlin, you're in good shape. It was going to be the big story. They could have bam. To be honest, it would have made a lot of sense if tomorrow, KD announces, all right, that trade goes through and he's going, and you let the stage happen for the biggest thing should be your championship. The biggest thing should be this is a win or go home game. Game 7 should be that. And old Kevin Durant is parachuting in at 11 o'clock because KD, it seemed to be more into breaking that at the Fanatics thing, which he's a partner in, which obviously we understand it makes sense. But I just thought to myself, damn, boy, they just took that whole stage, took that shit all the way from the Pacers and the damn Thunder. It's a bit of an a-hole move. I mean, not too bad. I mean, it's just a bit of an a-hole move.
I love it. Shining light on Houston like that. You know what I mean? We finna get KD. We finna kill it. You know what I mean? We got all these first round picks. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait for this. I can't wait to talk about this shit. This is gonna be interesting, no matter how it happens. I got in a fight with multiple Houston fans today who, for some odd reason, are against this deal, which I just think is asinine. But whatever. But no,
And he is old, but he's still really good.
Exactly. He's still really good.
Yeah, it's not Aaron Rodgers. This is not Aaron Rodgers
really good.
coming to the. This is not Aaron Rodgers.
I know, but I mean, he's going to be 37 next year, right?
I know it. Yeah. So
can he still drop 25 a game next year? We'll see.
How did he do this year?
No, how did he do the last 17? He has not dipped below 25 a game since his rookie year in the NBA. I mean, I hear you. He's currently on a 3-year streak that nobody in the league has ever done. And that is average over 25 points a game, shooting over 50% from the field and shooting over 40% from three. No one's ever done that before. He is on a 3-year run right now. And for the Rockets, they hope he does it for another year. I found that interesting. Like, damn, dog, you couldn't hold off a day. By the way, Jalen Williams, OKC, yesterday said it was the first time he's ever had alcohol in the celebration.
Yeah, wasn't that like a Michelob or some shit?
Yeah, a little champagne. First time he's ever had it. Oh, Jalen Williams.
Oh, champagne.
He looks like a gentleman. That I'm not surprised by that. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah, good for him. Yeah, he's
how old is he?
He's straight edge. 23, 24.
He's not straight edge anymore. I mean, you drink and you're no longer straight edge. That's kind of how that works.
I personally, I think he spit.
Did spit take?
I think he spit. I think he put it in his mouth and he spit it all out and didn't swallow it. I don't think he
doesn't count if you don't inhale. You know what I mean?
Doesn't. I think that's the space he was using it for. I don't think it counted because he didn't inhale. So good for him, man. And they said they were all motivated to force him to drink for the first time to win this, so he could drink for the first time.
Sounds like a bunch of bad friends.
And I'm just saying, Osita, I feel like we need to have our type of championship thing to get you drinking again.
I will drink.
I want to be there. I want to be there to pour the champagne down your throat. It'll be Moet, Steve's favorite, but I'll be down there to pour that champagne right down your throat.
Get me
while Steve's drinking Space Campers. We're gonna pour that right down your throat.
I don't drink
What are
craft beer
Space
so
Campers?
much anymore.
Oh, Space Campers is craft beer.
Yeah, it's a Kansas City local beer.
Yeah, it's
They're good.
heavy, dark, heavy. My man
It's a
just puts
heavy
them away.
heavy IPA. I don't drink them so much
Ugh.
anymore. I'm on
Fucking
the
hate
lighter beer
IPAs.
now. On a lighter beer now. I can't handle it anymore. The hangovers are too bad.
Yeah, I don't bang out those IPAs. Every time I hear you talk about them IPAs, I've just thought of that Atlanta episode, that Bam episode where he said where that black dude was believed he was trapped and he was really a middle-aged white man.
Yeah. I love IPAs.
He walked to that bar and he said, "What kind of IPAs do you have on tap?" It was my favorite. That's one of my favorite parts of that whole damn thing. What kind of IPAs do you have on tap? Oh man. Oh man. Oh my God. By the way, my favorite part on the KD situation, and I feel like we're gonna have to look at this, and I don't know if some people of Houston is ready. Like Serda knows this. I've already watched it. KD is so active on social media. Like when I say
he's a shit
active
talker.
on, yeah, he responds. I saw him
Yeah.
today. He had 3 or 4 different arguments going on. One person had 3,000 followers. Another person, he just undressed Sam Acho, one of Serta's favorite. And then and I mean, not Sam Acho, not Sam, Emmanuel Acho. Sam's a good one with the big teeth.
Kevin Durant is an infinitely more successful person and athlete than Emmanuel Acho ever was or ever will be. So good.
Acho did a thing where he had a theory, like some sort of written up theory of like that rings and effectiveness and changing teams and some shit. And then KD said something. Well, here I've come up with my Kevin Durant theory, and it shows that you're the worst linebacker in the history of the NFL.
Dude, Kevin Durant be cooking people on fucking X, dude, on Twitter.
Hey,
he cooks people.
Hey, we had a dude on from Phoenix that does the morning show. He said, yeah, KD's been going at it for the last hour with our afternoon drive host, just going back and forth on Twitter. I feel like me and KD might run into each other.
I feel like I'm going to make it my mission just to kind of get KD to kind of burn me on X on Twitter.
Why do you now? Why do you do that? See, why are you trying to do it on purpose?
Because it's fun. It's fun. Seems like a fun thing to do.
I bet it does.
And then he'll catch the show. You know what I'm saying? And then he'll be like, you know what? He's got journalistic integrity, and I'll be like, goddamn right, Katie.
He's never gonna say you have journalistic.
Goddamn right, Kevin.
You do not. But you know what you do have?
Good job, Mr. Durant.
You know what you do have, and I'll give you this.
What?
A heat check.
All right, guys. So for today's heat check, I was actually having a really interesting conversation when I was hanging out with some friends this weekend. I met a Dallas super fan. I will call him Nick because some of this stuff that I'm going to say gets a little bit incriminating, to say the least. So he told me a story about how he had the greatest / worst year of his life, all within the same calendar year. The year was 2011. Okay. And Nick, as we'll call him, Nick the superfan, was gearing up to watch his beloved Mavericks take on the Miami Heat in Game 6 of the NBA Finals.
It's a tough year for me.
At this point, the Mavs were up 3-2 in the series, and Nick could practically taste this championship. Now, Nick, he's not much of a drinker, okay? He's epileptic, and, it's kind of kept him away from alcohol, but he did have a soft spot for a little bit of devil's lettuce because apparently it helps with the seizures. On special nights, he might take a little bit of magic mushrooms. And on really special nights, he'd invite his girl, Lucy, LSD, to the party. Okay? So Game 6 was one of those nights. He dropped a couple of hits of acid, and by tip-off, he was flying high. Okay?
That's a nickname for LSD, Lucy?
Yeah, Lucy. Yeah, Lucy in the Sky of Diamonds, LSD. Get used to it, okay? Come on, man. Catch up. What are you doing here? You never listened to the Beatles before? Anyway.
Not drugs.
Anyway, so
I thought they were
after
really
the-
talking about somebody named Lucy. All right, sorry, go ahead.
No.
wow, Ellis. Okay. Anyway,
Yeah.
I thought you watched all these things about. Anyway, you know what? That's neither here nor there. So after he takes the acid, what he witnessed was pure magic. Okay, the Mavs clinched a title win with 105-95 in a win over the Heat.
We got the score.
In Nick's mind, he wasn't just watching the Mavs; he was the Mavs. He felt that trophy in his hands. He celebrated like he just drained the game winner himself. Now, fast forward to the fall. Okay, like I said, he's a Dallas superfan. 2011 was still treating Dallas fans fairly well. The Rangers made it to the World Series. And going into Game 7, they were tied 3-3 with the Cardinals.
David Freese.
Nick, the super fan that he was, wanted to do his part. So some might call it superstition. Some might call it science. But Nick had a plan, okay? He was going to recreate the magic that brought his Mavericks the win.
Nick better
Same
not be
vibe,
dead.
same conditions, just another night with Lucy, okay? Only this time things didn't go so well.
Oh, God, is he dead?
No, man, he's not
Okay,
dead. But
okay,
Nick watched in
thank God.
horror while the Rangers got smacked 6-2. It was 9 brutal innings of uncut ass whooping. And by the end of it, Nick had what he would call a moment of zen. But most people would call that a complete psychotic breaks, to be completely honest. His roommate came home to find Nick butt naked in his chair, staring blankly at what used to be their TV and surrounded by what used to be their living room. And when the roommate asked what had happened, his only reply was, "It's such a dirty game." Such a dirty game, y'all. That's the story of Nick the Superfan, all right? I met this guy at a bar this weekend. Crazy, right? He told me his entire story. I was like, Jesus Christ.
And that's who you want to shit next to in toilet, in stalls,
yeah.
I think.
It's got good conversation.
You know, LSD can be a tricky thing, so I hear.
Clearly. So I hear.
Yeah, I mean, I've never really would have tried to watch sports. I wouldn't think on something like that.
I remember I got so stoned one time. I was in Austin for ACL, and I was watching a UT game on the television, and there was something that was so off-putting about the sound of the crowd that it just it was just nothing but like the entire time. And I was like, this is too much. I can't do this. I can't watch this. And we just kind of turned the TV off for a while. It was a lot. I couldn't imagine watching and being invested in a sports game while tripping balls. You know what I mean? But that's the level of his fandom. He was a true fan, a true blue Dallas fan, tripping acid and thinking that was going to help these guys win.
I'm gonna tell you, man, that I can't. I just can't not be in control like that. And I know it's. I feel like when I know it.
Hey, it's.
Yeah,
I think mushrooms are just legal in Colorado now, and
I'm just
get yourself a little chocolate, just a little micro dose.
That's why
it's basically the same thing as weed. Like
drugs,
acid is trickier because you don't really know what you're taking or how much you're taking.
Clearly, obviously, weed is not a thing for me. Like I know, and I will listen to how stupid it is or how much it is. I just feel different that I have much more control of myself when I am blasted drunk than I do if I am high on anything. That's why.
How about this? You microdose shrooms.
No,
microdose chocolate mushrooms, and I'll let you pour all the Chardonnay you want down or champagne you want down my throat.
No, I don't want to have to pour anything.
I'll blow bubbles in the bottle, dude.
I guess we're out. We're out.
Hey.
Yeah,
it's all about give and take.
Man. Yeah. I can't do it, man. Even the couple of times I've partaken when I say a couple, maybe 3 times with weed and a gummy. I didn't I even felt like that was at least closer to alcohol, where I felt like I had some symptoms. I can't imagine just hey man, I'm about to get these shrooms, man. I'm about to get this this Lucy that I just found out is called Lucy 5 minutes ago. And man, throw this motherfucking Pink Floyd on, man. Let's fucking
I mean,
go.
you're not
Let's
supposed to do.
Fucking go.
You're not
Trying to
supposed to do
fly.
all of it at the same time.
Nah, dude, no.
Like,
Do all of it at the same time. Do all of them. Do all of them.
I'm
Do it.
good,
Do
man.
it.
And
am
I
good.
did. Last time I did it, this was a while ago, but I have a garage movie theater that I made. I don't know if we've talked about this on the pod.
You
but
did
I do
what?
Feel like I have a garage movie theater that I made.
Oh,
have-
we've not talked about this on the pod, but I do know that.
You have a
Yeah.
movie theater in your garage?
Yes, that I
Oh, that's
made.
fucking cool. Okay.
It's pretty sweet. I really put a lot of effort into it. It's pretty sweet. But I had a chocolate and I was just home watching movies in the garage by myself and decided to just like go down a path where I kept eating chunks
Eating
of
the
it throughout the
chocolates.
night.
Yeah.
By the end of it, I'm like standing up in front of the movie screen, like going insane.
You're
By
watching
yourself?
Starship Troopers. She's afraid.
I think
She's
I was
afraid!
watching Mad Max Fury Road.
Oh, that's the Chrome. The Chrome. I live, I die, I live again.
Yeah. But it was awesome. It was a great night. I had a lot of fun. I
Listen,
was by
man.
myself. I was just
That's an intense movie, though, man. That's a lot.
I just decided to, have a fun movie night in the garage by myself.
The
Didn't drink or
movie's
anything.
intense. The movie's intense. The shrooms, whatever else, the chocolate shit
Have
he
you
was
seen
taking.
Mad Max Fury
Now,
Road?
I'm just saying that
I
other
think I'm
shit.
pretty sure.
There's
I'm pretty
like
sure I
no
watched
talking.
Furiosa afterwards.
There's no talking for the first like 30 minutes of that movie. It's just like straight killing. Like
I'm
the only
just
people that
saying.
really say anything are just like the Chrome heads, and they're just like, "I live, I die, I live again." And that's
I'm
it.
just saying that whatever he was taking felt intense. So I mean, like that seems a lot. Ooh, boy, I'm telling you, man. Yeah, that was. Yeah, I can't get that with you, man. I watch
You're
you
not,
just.
you're not a real super fan, then, dude.
No,
You're
I'm
just not
not
a real fan.
No, I'm not.
You're not a
Yeah,
real
I'm-
fan. I
I'm
thought
just not.
you really fuck with the Chiefs, but I guess not. I guess not, because you're not willing to go wherever the road may lead you for them to pull off a win. And Nick was willing to go wherever the world took him for his guys to get that win.
No,
They didn't get the win, but he was willing.
Nick
and that's
is
what really
lying.
matters.
Nick hustled you. Nick just wanted to get high and just happened to watch. It just happened to watch his Mavericks, and it happened. And now
Yeah,
I bet you Nick is doing it on any. I bet you how many Cowboy games you think Nick has done it for?
I
He's
am
probably done
willing
it
to
for-
bet. I'm willing to bet it's not just a championship thing for his sports teams. Like I'm willing to bet he's done it several times in the last few years.
Hey, maybe he got it in for the Stars a couple of weeks ago. And it didn't
Yeah, it
necessarily
didn't
work
work.
out.
Just keep going.
Didn't work
though.
out.
Just keep doing it. It worked out that one time. Just keep doing it. Maybe he did it for a Kenny Chesney concert, and it worked. Man, he's gonna sing my song. Watch. I'm just saying. I just think he does it at any kind of events. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
that's it. Let me. Nah, I ain't gonna ask. You know what? Nah, man. There's no stupid question. I just don't know it. They like you just you just eat shrooms, right? That's how you take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can put them in tea.
Yeah.
Chocolates like work for a lot of people. You can really put them on anything. Or I've done the tea a lot too.
Yeah.
Don't eat the LSD. Just put it on your tongue or whatever, then take it out later. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't.
like,
No, I'm not
the
gonna
whole
do.
thing.
I'm not gonna ever do that.
I'm just
like
just in case you were curious, like just don't. I wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Would never.
We used to make tea when we went to the lake. That's crazy. We weren't like driving boats around or anything. No, we were like safe about it.
Yeah, I remember that first time I tried not to. So, I first time I think you had gummies one time. I saw you once, Serda, and I tried not to be judgmental, but I was like, man, are these motherfuckers gonna be out of it? Like, what are they gonna be like when we?
We were on our way to work and we ate the gummies.
Yeah, I remember. It's very odd. Yeah, so good for you. All right, no, man, I that ain't gonna be my bag, man. That ain't gonna be my bag, man. But you've drank liquor before.
Yeah, I don't anymore though.
You're really holding this streak up, man. I'm proud of you.
I'm 3 years. I'm 3 years as of the 19th. So what's up, baby? I'm here. I'm doing my thing.
I'm proud of you, man. Under the table. I'm proud of you. Take us home, sober.
All right. Well, back in high school, I was in love with the little red-haired French girl.
I bet she would have made you drink.
Nah. I did, however, give her my first pack of cigarettes, and she got bronchitis from it. But that's a different story.
What?
Crazy side story. I know. It's so weird. Like, it was a pack of Newports. I didn't want... Anyway, this neither here nor there. We were hooking up, and my dad came home.